Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coinage to explore a true numismatic gem, the United States 1-dime coin from 1937. While it may look like a simple 10-cent piece at first glance, this dime carries immense historical significance, rare variants, and incredible value for collectors. Stick around as we uncover what makes this coin so special, and stay tuned until the end when we reveal just how much this 1937 dime could be worth today. The 1937 1-dime belongs to the Mercury dime series, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime. This design, created by the renowned sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, was minted from 1916 to 1945 and is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful U.S. coin designs. The obverse features Liberty wearing a winged cap, symbolizing freedom of thought, while the reverse showcases a fasces, a bundle of rods with an axe, and an olive branch, representing strength and peace. Every detail of the Mercury dime reflects artistry, symbolism, and a dedication to excellence that coin collectors admire. The 1937 Mercury dime stands out not just for its design but also for its place in American history. This coin was minted during the tail end of the Great Depression, a period that had a profound effect on the U.S. economy and society. Coins like the 1937 dime were part of everyday life, exchanged countless times in shops and markets, yet over time, many have been lost or damaged. This makes surviving examples, especially those in pristine condition, particularly valuable for collectors who appreciate both history and rarity. When evaluating the 1937 dime, condition plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins that have circulated heavily often show wear on Liberty's winged cap, the details of the fasces, and the lettering around the rim. Uncirculated or mint-condition dimes, however, retain all the original details, with sharp lines, clear lettering, and brilliant surfaces. These coins are rare because most dimes from this period were used daily, making perfectly preserved examples highly sought after by collectors who value perfection and historical significance. Some 1937 Mercury dimes feature even more intriguing aspects that can dramatically increase their value: minting errors. These can include double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and weak strikes in certain areas. Collectors love these errors because they make each coin unique and add a layer of rarity that standard coins simply don't have. Even minor anomalies in the design can turn an otherwise common coin into a high-demand collector's item, making every detail worth examining carefully. The mint mark of the 1937 Mercury dime also affects its collectability. Dimes minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver and San Francisco are marked with a D or an S, respectively. Collectors pay close attention to these marks, as certain mint locations produced fewer coins or experienced more die variations, making specific examples rarer than others. A 1937 dime with a well-placed and clear mint mark can be far more valuable than its counterparts, especially if it's in exceptional condition. In addition to condition and minting errors, the historical context adds to the coin's allure. The Mercury dime represents a period when coin designs in the United States were not only functional but also artistic. Collectors appreciate how this coin bridges economic history, national symbolism, and the artistry of the early 20th century. Owning a 1937 dime means holding a piece of history that has survived decades of commerce, change, and time itself. Another factor that makes the 1937 Mercury dime exciting for collectors is the subtle variations in design from die to die. These tiny differences can include the sharpness of Liberty's capped wings, the depth of the fasces, or even minor discrepancies in lettering. Numismatists know that spotting these subtle details requires a keen eye and experience, but discovering them can greatly enhance a coin's desirability and market value. Each small variation tells a story of the minting process and adds personality to an already historic coin. The market for Mercury dimes, especially rare examples like the 1937 issue, remains strong among serious collectors. Coins that are well preserved, exhibit rare minting errors, or come from low mintage locations are in high demand. Auction results and collector sales show that investors and enthusiasts alike are willing to pay a premium for coins that combine historical significance, artistry, and rarity. The thrill of finding a 1937 Mercury dime in exceptional condition is part of what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. And now, the moment every collector has been waiting for: the value. If you happen to have a 1937 United States Mercury dime in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one featuring a rare minting anomaly, it could be worth an astonishing $308,000. This coin is far more than just 10 cents. It is a rare piece of American history, a masterpiece of design, and a collector's treasure that tells a story spanning nearly a century. Holding a 1937 Mercury dime is like holding a moment in time, a symbol of artistry, history, and the excitement of discovering rare numismatic gems. Second rare coin, we are taking a deep dive into an incredibly rare and historic piece: the United States 1-dime coin from 1894. This tiny coin, despite being only 10 cents, carries a legacy, rarity, and historical significance that makes it a dream for collectors. Stick with us because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this dime is considered one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatics. The 1894 1-dime is part of the Barber dime series, designed by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint from 1879 to 1917. Barber's design was used for dimes, quarters, and half dollars from 1892 to 1916 and is recognized for its classic and intricate artistry. The obverse features Liberty wearing a cap and a laurel wreath, while the reverse displays a simple yet elegant wreath surrounding the denomination. Though its design might seem modest compared to later coins, the Barber dime is celebrated for its historical and artistic value, making it a true gem for collectors. What makes the 1894 1-dime extraordinarily special is its extreme rarity. This year saw a very limited mintage at the Philadelphia Mint, with only a handful of coins struck. Some reports suggest that only 24 coins were originally minted, and of these, only a few are known to exist today. The scarcity of this dime immediately elevates its status in the numismatic world, making it one of the rarest and most coveted coins for collectors who are serious about owning pieces of American history. The historical context of the 1894 dime adds even more allure. In 1894, the United States was undergoing industrial growth and social change. Coins like this dime were part of everyday commerce, exchanged for goods and services across the country. Yet, due to its extremely low mintage, very few entered circulation, and most were likely stored or lost over time. This means that owning an 1894 dime is not only about possessing a coin but also about holding a rare artifact that has survived over a century of history. Condition plays a massive role in the value of this coin. Coins that have circulated show signs of wear on Liberty's cap, the laurel wreath, and the fine details on the reverse wreath. On the other hand, dimes in mint or near mint condition retain sharp details, crisp lettering, and beautiful surfaces. For the 1894 1-dime, even minor differences in wear can have a dramatic effect on market value, as collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are exceptionally well preserved. In addition to rarity and condition, unique minting characteristics and potential errors further increase the value of the 1894 dime. These could include slight variations in the die, differences in striking depth, or minor anomalies that occurred during production at the Philadelphia Mint. Such features are highly prized by numismatists because they make each coin unique, providing collectors with a tangible connection to the minting process of the late 19th century. The story of the 1894 dime becomes even more captivating when you consider famous collectors and auction history. This coin has been a centerpiece in some of the most notable numismatic sales in history. Auctions of the surviving specimens have drawn worldwide attention, with collectors and investors recognizing the rarity and historical importance of the coin. The combination of artistry, scarcity, and provenance makes the 1894 dime a legendary coin that continues to inspire fascination and excitement. The mint mark, or lack thereof, also affects the coin's collectability. Most 1894 dimes were minted in Philadelphia, which did not use a mint mark at the time, but subtle details in the strike can indicate provenance and authenticity. Experts examine these coins meticulously to confirm their legitimacy and historical accuracy, as even the smallest inconsistencies could influence value. Collectors treasure dimes that have been verified for authenticity because the history behind each coin becomes part of its narrative. Another reason collectors are captivated by the 1894 dime is the mystery surrounding its limited production. Why only 24 coins were struck remains a topic of speculation among historians and numismatists. Some suggest it was intended as a special release, while others believe it may have been a minting experiment. Whatever the case, this mysterious history adds a layer of intrigue, making the coin not just valuable but also a piece of American lore that collectors love to discuss and study. Now, the moment every coin enthusiast has been waiting for: the value. If you happen to own an 1894 United States 1 dime in exceptional condition, or one with a verified unique characteristic, it could be worth an astonishing $200,000. Third expensive coin, we're going to explore a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds immense value and intrigue: the United States 1 dime coin from 1967. This small piece of silver is more than just a dime. It carries history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery for collectors who know what to look for. The 1967 dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and humanitarian efforts. Roosevelt's profile, captured on the obverse, has become one of the most recognized images in American coinage. The reverse side features the iconic Torch of Liberty, flanked by an olive branch and oak branch, symbolizing peace and strength. While many dimes from this series are common, the 1967 issue stands out for collectors due to unique circumstances surrounding its production and composition. 1967 was a transitional year for the U.S. Mint, coming shortly before the Coinage Act of 1965 fully shifted dimes from 90% silver to clad compositions. While most 1967 dimes are made of copper-nickel clad, certain varieties, era coins, and special issues make some 1967 dimes particularly rare and highly collectible. Coins struck with unusual characteristics, such as die errors or off-center strikes, are extremely sought after because they combine rarity with uniqueness, turning a simple dime into a numismatic treasure. The scarcity of high-grade 1967 dimes in near-mint condition adds to their allure. During everyday use, dimes naturally accumulate scratches, wear, and loss of luster. However, coins that have been carefully preserved or stored in uncirculated conditions retain the original sharpness of Roosevelt's portrait, the torch, and the intricate details on the reverse. These pristine coins are highly prized because they represent a combination of historical significance and physical perfection, making them a prized addition to any serious collection. Collectors are particularly fascinated by the minting errors that occasionally appear in the 1967 dimes. Some examples feature doubled dies, where the images appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Others might have repunched mint marks or faint anomalies in the lettering. These errors are incredibly rare and can multiply the coin's value many times over because they provide a unique connection to the minting process and are inherently one of a kind. Another intriguing aspect of the 1967 dime is its potential silver content in special issues or era varieties. While the majority of circulating dimes from this year are clad, a few rare specimens with higher silver content or experimental strikes occasionally surface among collectors. These coins are particularly exciting because silver content combined with rarity can dramatically increase the coin's worth, making it both an investment and a collector's dream. The 1967 dime's collectability also extends to its mint marks. While Philadelphia coins typically do not have a mint mark, and Denver coins carry a small D, collectors carefully examine these features. Differences in die striking, minor design variations, or subtle anomalies at different mints can make a coin significantly more valuable. Even the smallest details, like the sharpness of Roosevelt's features or the clarity of the torch, can affect the desirability of a coin among serious numismatists. History and provenance play a role too. Coins from this era reflect the social and economic context of the late 1960s. The United States was experiencing rapid cultural and economic change, and everyday coins like this dime were in constant circulation. Today, finding a 1967 dime in exceptional condition is rare because so many were used in daily transactions. For collectors, the thrill lies in uncovering a coin that has survived over 50 years virtually untouched, connecting the present to a pivotal moment in U.S. history. The market for 1967 dimes has grown steadily, especially for uncirculated specimens or coins with notable errors. Serious collectors, investors, and auction houses compete to acquire these rare examples. Each coin tells a story, not just of monetary value but of historical context, minting processes, and preservation through time. This makes collecting the 1967 dime both intellectually rewarding and financially appealing. Now, the moment every collector has been waiting for, the value. If you happen to have a 1967 United States 1 dime in near perfect, uncirculated condition, or one featuring a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $150,000. Especially, we are exploring a dime that may look ordinary at first glance but holds incredible value and allure for collectors, the United States 1 dime coin from 1970D. This small coin, part of the famous Roosevelt dime series, has a story that combines rarity, minting intrigue, and historical significance, making it a must-know for any serious collector. The 1970D dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and advocacy for polio research. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse of the coin, with his distinguished features and resolute gaze, has become an iconic image in American coinage. The reverse side features the Torch of Liberty, flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength. While millions of Roosevelt dimes were minted over the years, certain issues like the 1970D stand out due to unique characteristics that make them highly collectible. What makes the 1970D dime truly intriguing is its rarity in higher grades. By the late 1960s and early 1970s, Roosevelt dimes were widely circulated, and most coins from this period show some degree of wear. However, uncirculated 1970D dimes, with crisp details and full luster, are much harder to find. Coins in near-perfect condition preserve the sharpness of Roosevelt's facial features, the details of his hair, and the intricate design of the torch and branches, which significantly enhances their collector value. Minting errors are another reason the 1970D dime is highly sought after. Some dimes from this year exhibit doubling on the obverse or reverse, misaligned strikes, or anomalies in the lettering and numbers. Error coins like these are incredibly rare and prized by collectors because they represent a unique deviation from the standard minting process. Each error coin is one of a kind, adding an element of excitement and unpredictability to the hunt for rare dimes. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark on the 1970D dime, produced these coins in large numbers for circulation. Despite the high mintage, finding a coin in exceptional condition is challenging due to decades of circulation. Many coins were lost, damaged, or worn down through everyday transactions, making well-preserved specimens extremely valuable. Collectors who manage to find a pristine 1970D dime are essentially uncovering a rare piece of history that has survived in remarkable condition. Condition grading plays a crucial role in the valuation of the 1970D dime. Coins are carefully examined for surface quality, luster, and the sharpness of the design. Even minor imperfections can affect the market price. A dime graded at MS65 or higher can command a significant premium because it combines scarcity with exceptional preservation. Collectors often search for coins that show minimal handling and retain their original brilliance, as these are considered the crown jewels of any collection. Another factor that enhances the allure of the 1970D dime is its historical context. The early 1970s were a period of social and economic change in the United States, and coins like this dime were an essential part of daily commerce. Owning a coin from this era offers collectors a tangible connection to the past, allowing them to hold a piece of history in their hands. The story behind each dime, from its minting to its journey through circulation, adds depth and intrigue that goes beyond its monetary value. Collectors are also drawn to the 1970 dime because of its representation of Silver-era coinage. While dimes had already transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition by this time, the craftsmanship and attention to detail remained high. Coins with exceptional strike quality, well-centered designs, and clean surfaces are considered highly desirable. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and design quality makes this dime a fascinating addition to any collection. The market for 1970 dimes has grown steadily, particularly for uncirculated examples or coins exhibiting unique minting errors. Serious collectors and investors are willing to pay significant amounts to acquire these rare specimens, knowing that their value will only continue to appreciate over time. Each coin tells a story, not just of monetary worth, but of artistry, history, and the intricate minting processes that shaped American coinage. Now, the moment every coin enthusiast has been waiting for: the value. If you happen to own a 1970 United States 1 dime in exceptional, near-mint condition, or one featuring a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $90,000. Next coin, we are going to explore a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but is a true gem for serious collectors: the United States 1 dime coin from 1980. This dime, part of the legendary Roosevelt dime series, may look like everyday pocket change, but it has hidden features and characteristics that make it a prized possession for those who appreciate the art and history of American coinage. The 1980 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a vital role in American history and championed the fight against polio. His dignified profile on the obverse side of the coin has become one of the most recognizable images in American numismatics. On the reverse side, the torch of liberty shines brightly between an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength. Although millions of these dimes were minted for circulation in 1980, certain factors make some examples far more valuable and highly sought after by collectors. One key element that contributes to the value of the 1980 dime is its condition. By this time, Roosevelt dimes had been circulating for decades, and most coins from this era show signs of wear. However, uncirculated coins or those preserved in mint condition retain the sharpness of Roosevelt's facial features, the fine details of his hair, and the intricate designs of the torch and surrounding branches. These pristine specimens are increasingly rare, which naturally elevates their appeal and market value. Another fascinating factor that draws collectors to the 1980 dime is the presence of minting errors. Some dimes from this year exhibit minor or major anomalies such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the lettering and numbers. Coins with these minting errors are extremely rare and highly coveted because they are unique examples of the minting process gone slightly awry. Each error coin tells a story, and owning one is like possessing a one-of-a-kind artifact of American minting history. The P Mint mark on this 1980 dime signifies that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States. Despite the high mintage numbers, finding a coin from this year in exceptional condition is not easy. Over the decades, most of these coins were circulated heavily, subjected to wear and tear, and eventually lost or damaged. This makes a well-preserved 1980 dime an exciting find for collectors who value rarity and quality. Condition grading plays a critical role in determining the value of the 1980 dime. Coins are carefully examined for luster, surface quality, and the sharpness of the strike. Even minor imperfections can impact the market price. Coins graded at MS65 or higher, for example, are considered particularly valuable because they combine scarcity with exceptional preservation. Collectors actively seek these high-grade dimes because they represent both beauty and rarity in the world of numismatics. Historical context also enhances the allure of the 1980 dime. The early 1980s in the United States were a period of significant social and economic change, and coins like this dime circulated widely in daily life. Owning a coin from this era provides a tangible connection to history, allowing collectors to hold a small piece of the past in their hands. This connection to history adds a layer of depth and intrigue, making each coin more than just money. It becomes a story preserved in metal. Collectors also appreciate the 1980p dime for its representation of modern U.S. coinage craftsmanship. Even though the dimes of this era were not made of silver, the minting quality remained high, with precise details and consistent designs. Coins with sharp strikes, centered designs, and minimal surface imperfections are particularly desirable. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and design excellence makes the 1980p dime a captivating addition to any serious collection. Market demand for well-preserved 1980p dimes continues to grow. Serious collectors and investors are willing to pay significant premiums for coins in top condition or those with notable minting errors. Each coin carries both monetary and historical value, making it not only a collectible but also an investment in the rich heritage of American numismatics. Finding a high-grade example is always exciting, as it represents the intersection of rarity, beauty, and historical significance. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you own a 1980p United States 1 dime in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or one featuring a rare minting error, it could be worth an incredible $70,000. Now we're diving into the world of American dimes and focusing on a seemingly ordinary yet incredibly captivating coin, the United States 1 dime coin from 1990p. While many might pass it off as everyday change, this coin holds historical significance, unique features, and collector value that can surprise even the most seasoned numismatist. The 1990p dime is part of the legendary Roosevelt dime series, which has been in continuous circulation since 1946. This series was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a true American hero who championed public service and played a pivotal role in the fight against polio. His portrait, featuring sharp details of his face and hair, graces the obverse side of the coin. The reverse side features the iconic Torch of Liberty, flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength. These timeless symbols make the dime not only a medium of currency but also a miniature work of art reflecting the values of the United States. Although millions of 1990p dimes were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, only a select few have been preserved in excellent, uncirculated condition. Over the decades, most circulated heavily, suffering from wear, scratches, and other imperfections that diminish their appeal to serious collectors. Finding a 1990p dime in pristine condition is becoming increasingly rare, which drives both interest and value for collectors who understand the importance of quality and preservation in numismatics. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1990p dime is the presence of minting errors. Some coins from this year exhibit minor anomalies such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even slight variations in the placement of lettering and numbers. These error coins are extremely rare and highly sought after because they offer a unique glimpse into the minting process and represent one-of-a-kind pieces. A 1990p dime with a notable minting error instantly elevates itself from a common coin to a collectible treasure, making it an exciting pursuit for any serious coin enthusiast. Collectors also pay close attention to the coin's condition, which is evaluated through grading standards that assess luster, surface quality, and the sharpness of the strike. Coins that retain their original mint luster and exhibit minimal handling or scratches are especially valuable. For example, a 1990p dime graded MS65 or higher is considered highly desirable and can command a significant premium. The combination of high-grade condition and rarity makes these coins some of the most exciting additions to a collection, appealing both to new collectors and experienced investors alike. The Philadelphia Mint, where the P mark denotes origin, produced millions of coins in 1990, but the reality is that very few survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Circulated coins from this year often show flattened features on Roosevelt's portrait, or wear on the torch, and branches on the reverse. Those that avoided circulation, kept in protective holders, and preserved their original details are exceptionally rare, making them highly desirable among collectors who prioritize quality and scarcity. Historical context also adds to the allure of the 1990p dime. The early 1990s were a dynamic period in American history, with significant political and economic events shaping the nation. Coins from this period were part of everyday life, changing hands in countless transactions, and now serve as tangible connections to a specific era. Holding a well-preserved 1990p dime allows collectors to literally touch a piece of history, which enhances both the emotional and monetary value of the coin. Moreover, the craftsmanship of the 1990p dime demonstrates the continued excellence of the United States Mint. Despite being produced primarily for circulation rather than for collectors, the attention to detail in the strike, the clear lines of Roosevelt's portrait, and the defined features of the torch and surrounding branches all highlight the quality of production. Coins that retain this precision without blemishes are incredibly prized, reflecting both artistic beauty and historical significance. The market for rare and high-grade 1990p dimes continues to grow as collectors and investors recognize their value. Coins in top condition or with unique minting errors often attract considerable attention at auctions and from private collectors. Every coin tells a story, and the 1990p dime combines history, artistry, and rarity, making it an exciting and rewarding addition to any collection. Owning one is not just about monetary worth. It's about preserving a piece of American numismatic heritage. Now, for the value reveal that collectors have been waiting for. A 1990p United States 1 dime coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, or one with a notable minting error, could be worth an astonishing $30,000 in words. Top 5. We're turning our attention to a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds immense appeal for collectors. The United States 1 dime coin from 1977. While millions of these dimes circulated across the nation, only a select few survive in pristine, uncirculated condition, making them highly sought after in the numismatic world. The 1977 dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been an American staple since 1946. This series was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a true American leader who played a pivotal role in guiding the nation through challenging times, including the fight against polio. The obverse of the coin features Roosevelt's finely detailed portrait, capturing his determination and character, while the reverse presents the classic Torch of Liberty, flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength. Every detail on the coin tells a story, reflecting the values and ideals of the United States. Although the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced millions of 1977 dimes, finding one in near-perfect condition is increasingly rare. Coins from this year were widely circulated, so most today show signs of wear, scratches, and dulling of the original mint luster. This scarcity in high-grade condition is a key factor that elevates the 1977 dime from a common coin to a collector's item, sparking excitement among both novice and seasoned numismatists alike. Collectors are especially drawn to the unique minting errors that occasionally appear in coins from this period. Some 1977 dimes display doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other subtle anomalies that occurred during the minting process. These era coins are one-of-a-kind treasures that tell a story of production quirks and historical minting techniques. Owning a 1977 dime with a rare minting error not only enhances a collection but also gives collectors a tangible connection to a fascinating moment in American coinage history. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of the 1977 dime. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp details, and unblemished surfaces are considered highly desirable. Grading standards, such as MS-65 and above, are particularly important for collectors seeking investment-grade coins. A 1977 dime in top condition can command significantly higher prices than its circulated counterparts, highlighting the importance of careful preservation and storage in the world of numismatics. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark, produced a significant portion of the 1977 dimes, yet very few have survived uncirculated. Coins from circulation often exhibit flattened features on Roosevelt's portrait, or wear on the torch and branches on the reverse. Those that avoided circulation entirely, preserved in holders or protective packaging, are extremely rare and highly prized by collectors who value both history and quality. Historical context adds an additional layer of intrigue to the 1977 dime. The late 1970s were a dynamic period in American history, marked by social and economic changes. Coins from this era were exchanged daily in homes, businesses, and banks, connecting countless Americans to their economy and society. Holding a well-preserved 1977 dime today allows collectors to experience a piece of this history firsthand, blending both nostalgia and monetary value into a single collectible piece. The craftsmanship of the 1977 dime also highlights the precision of the United States Mint. Even though these coins were intended primarily for circulation, the details on Roosevelt's portrait, the torch, and the branches are finely executed. Coins that retain these crisp details without blemishes are particularly prized by collectors. The artistry, combined with historical significance and rarity, makes the 1977 dime a must-have for any serious coin collection. Market trends show that the demand for high-grade and era coins from the 1970s continues to rise. Collectors recognize that coins like the 1977 dime are not just currency, they are miniature pieces of art and history. Auctions and private sales often see intense competition for well-preserved examples, particularly those with unusual minting errors or exceptional quality. This makes the 1977 dime both an exciting collectible and a smart investment for numismatists looking to add a historical gem to their collection. Now, for the moment many of you have been waiting for. A United States 1-dime coin from 1977 in pristine condition or with a rare minting error could be worth an astonishing $50,000 in words. Last unique coin, we're taking a close look at a coin that might seem common at first glance but holds hidden treasures for collectors. The United States 1-dime coin from 2005, minted in Philadelphia. While this coin was widely circulated, there are rare versions and minting errors that make certain examples highly desirable and potentially very valuable. The 2005 dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, which has been a staple of American coinage since 1946. Designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the coin's obverse features a dignified portrait of Roosevelt, capturing both his determination and his legacy in American history. The reverse showcases the classic Torch of Liberty, flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength. Even in a modern coin, these symbols convey deep national meaning and artistic excellence. Despite the 2005 dime being produced in large quantities, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is increasingly rare. Coins from everyday circulation quickly lose their original luster, accumulate scratches, and experience wear on the delicate details of Roosevelt's face and the torch design. Coins that have been carefully preserved since their minting are the ones collectors actively seek, making them more valuable than their face value would suggest. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 2005 dime lies in the subtle minting errors that occasionally appear. Some coins from this year exhibit doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks that make them one-of-a-kind collectibles. These rare anomalies are not just mistakes, they're unique markers that tell a story about the minting process and the history of coin production in the United States. For collectors, finding such an era coin adds excitement, prestige, and potential monetary value to their collection. The condition of a 2005 dime plays a pivotal role in determining its worth. Coins that maintain their original luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces are considered highly desirable. High-grade coins, particularly those graded MS-65 or above, are incredibly scarce given the massive circulation of this issue. Collectors and investors recognize that the best-preserved 2005 dimes are not just currency but pieces of history worthy of careful storage and protection. Another intriguing factor is the Philadelphia Mint mark, the P, which indicates that this coin was produced at the historic Philadelphia Mint. While millions of dimes were struck at this facility, very few have survived in uncirculated condition over the years. Circulated coins often show signs of wear on Roosevelt's cheek, the torch, and the leaves on the reverse, making pristine examples extremely desirable for collectors who prioritize quality and rarity in their collections. The late 20th and early 21st centuries marked a dynamic era in American coinage, with modern minting techniques combined with traditional designs. The 2005 dime stands as a bridge between historical artistry and contemporary minting precision. Collectors appreciate this coin not only for its historical context but also for the exceptional craftsmanship displayed on such a small, everyday object. Holding a well-preserved 2005p dime is like holding a piece of modern American history in your hand. Market trends also demonstrate growing interest in era coins and high-grade examples from the 2000s. While most coins from this era are common in circulation, examples with unique minting flaws or exceptional preservation are becoming increasingly scarce. This scarcity fuels competition among collectors, particularly for dimes like the 2005p, which are often overlooked but can hold significant investment potential for those who recognize their value. Many collectors are drawn not just to the rarity, but to the story each coin tells. A 2005p dime may have quietly passed through countless hands and wallets, cash registers, and banks, witnessing ordinary, everyday life. When preserved in uncirculated condition, it transforms into a tangible piece of history, capturing the everyday essence of America while also offering aesthetic and collectible appeal. These coins serve as a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, highlighting the beauty and intrigue of numismatics. Now, for the moment every collector loves, the value reveal. A United States 1-dime coin from 2005, minted in Philadelphia, if preserved in pristine condition or featuring a rare minting error, could be worth an impressive $20,000 in words.